Marnie Uhl, your host, Prescott Valley Chamber of Commerce, woohoo, along with Mark and Gloria and Eddie in the back. Glad you're joining us again today. Well, as we record this show, it is actually the last week of September, full on into fall. So this is starting to kind of be representative of what looks like down at Fain Lake. The leaves are starting to turn. It's just my favorite time of year. Joining me is Scott Norton, the general manager for our Prescott Valley Event Center. What's your favorite time of year, Scott?
Fall would be up here. Living in the valley for that many years, we didn't really have any fall.
You don't have seasons, it's just
yeah. So I look forward to the cooler weather. That's for sure.
Oh, it's wonderful to start feeling that. Everybody says it. I feel fall in the air, right? It's just a little something else changes. It could be just from one day to the next. It's kind of nice to have a little cool day today going on. We can get rid of that heat. I'm just so done with that. Holy smokes.
Here come the pumpkins, right?
Do you like pumpkin spice?
I don't actually. I like seeing the pumpkins. I don't like drinking them or eating them. So.
Well, I saw a list somewhere, and I should have copied it down. That was a whole list of things that have pumpkin spice that you can buy. Like pumpkin spice eggnog, and one of my favorites, Trader Joe's, pumpkin spice cream cheese, and you put it on a bagel.
Ooh, okay. Woo! That might. I did forget.
Love that.
They have the cookies, so I think I could do a cookie.
Yes.
Not the tea though.
Well, we're going to get talking about what's going on here at the Prescott Valley Event Center. Back for the second time, Turquoise Circuit Rodeo Finals here.
Yes, October 5th and 6th. It's 3 performances, one on Friday night, Saturday afternoon matinee, which is our family day. We have a buy one, get one offer on select tickets for that date. And then Saturday, 7 p.m. will be the culmination. And then we will have the Bud Light concert and rodeo dance immediately following the Saturday night performance under a tent in front of the event center. So looking forward to it.
Oh, wow. Is that new this year?
It is new this year, yes.
Okay.
We actually partnered with Budweiser, of course, and then Matt's Saloon to put it on. We have an excellent artist named Jacob Morris who plays at Matt's and around the state. Very cool. So it'll be him and his band. Pretty much kicks off at 9 after the rodeo. And, a new event this year.
Is that open to anyone? Is there a mission to
If you have a rodeo ticket for
Okay.
any of the performances, the admission is free. And it's if you don't have a rodeo ticket, it's $5 at the door. And it's kind of first come, first serve. We're expecting a pretty decent crowd.
I would say so.
Yeah. So, and then the 3 performances of the rodeo. So, looking forward to another great year with those guys.
I would say let's go to the rodeo first, and then let's go dancing. You got some
May as
great
well.
rodeo action, right?
Yeah, may as well. Tickets start at $13, and that ticket gets you into the post-event concert. So, come to one of the performances. Check out the information on it on our website, our new PrescottValleyEventCenter.com website.
And this rodeo also has all the different competitions, right?
Correct. It's a full-on rodeo. It's got bronc riding, bull riding, all of the roping, or as they call the timed events. So it's a full-on rodeo, and it's the top participants from Arizona and New Mexico, and money that they earn at this rodeo helps them or goes towards their efforts to get to the national finals,
Which is held in Kissimmee, Florida.
They go there, and then the ultimate finals is the one in Vegas, correct,
right.
which is the big 2-week or 10-day, I believe.
So it's kind of a different circuits have their finals. Then all the finalists in those circuits go to Kissimmee, and then the finalists in Kissimmee go to the nationals, right?
Correct. Yep.
I got it straight now. Second year.
I think you got it straight. I'm not the
think you have
expert, but yeah, it's a PRCA, so it's a PRCA sanctioned event. So these guys are on the road every weekend up until they get to our place, and it's pretty amazing.
And you know what sometimes the difference with, it's a professional rodeo, but a lot of these cowboys and cowgirls have Monday through Friday jobs, get in the car and go rodeo for the weekend.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, they're doing both. It's not like with major sponsors and we'll put you in a motorhome and get you and your horse to whatever venue you're going to. They're actually doing it all themselves.
Yeah, and we have actually a couple, one guy that's the reigning world champ, this guy who's a team roper, And then we have Taos Muncie, who's from the
Yes.
Navajo Nation, who will be back, and I believe he's a 3-time world champ. So
What's his
definitely have
event?
some.
Do you know? Do you remember?
I do not remember. I want to say bronc riding, but I'm not really sure.
Well, all of them are exciting.
And the girls too.
I
Yeah,
love the
they're,
barrel
they're just
racing.
as tough as the guys, I tell
Holy
you. So.
smokes, they come down that, just flying,
Yeah.
circling those barrels and moving that, and look at the powerful animal. They're riding a powerful animal and making a maneuver like
It's
that.
dangerous.
They're incredible.
You watch some of the videos of them, and they get
know.
bucked off or they wipe
Oh, they're
out or
fierce.
something. Yeah, there's some tough chicks in the
I love those
competition.
fierce
Yeah,
cowgirls,
no
I'm
doubt,
telling
no
you.
doubt.
But, always love the Cowboys.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's, all-American sport there, and it's from the kids up to, young and old attend the rodeos.
Very, very much a family affair, and you're seeing a lot of the guys that are younger or their kids that are, probably your next world rodeo champions, really. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's a great event. We start actually moving dirt in on this Sunday to get ready for
The miracle of the event center. Dirt in, dirt out. Dogs one weekend, horses one weekend, elephants and giraffes another weekend or whatever. You had the circus. Holy smokes, you've had something different almost every weekend.
Yep.
It's
and-
all wildlife.
Yeah, no.
You could be the wildlife center of Prescott Valley right there.
I feel like it is because there's, regardless of the event, there's always a mess left behind. So a lot of, when one way or another, a lot of people don't realize they go to the event, but it's it's our guys, our hard workers that are working overnight to convert the building to
Right.
the next event. So I got a good team, and I'm very lucky for that.
You
so.
really do, because many times we go over there and you can't tell what the event was, and I know the dogs, and Sherry'd love this one, big AKC show all weekend, 5 days. They leave a little bit of fur behind, so I am
Yes.
sure if any of us have dogs that shed. But again, coming up, the Turquoise Circuit Finals, October 5th and 6th, Prescott Valley Events Center. Again, 3 performances.
Yep, 3 performances, one on Friday, Saturday afternoon matinee at 1:30, 7 p. on Saturday is the final performance. Tickets are on sale now at the venue box office or through Ticketmaster. And again, the rodeo ticket gets you into the dance on Saturday night.
So you can just have a whole weekend full of fun. And again, family day, family afternoon on Saturday, the 2-for-1, check that out.
Yep, buy one, get one on select tickets. Get them, while they last. We certainly encourage people to buy tickets in advance
Right.
for all of the performances.
Oh, absolutely. Get your best seats if you pick them in advance.
Well, there you go.
PrescottValleyEventCenter.com is one way you can get the tickets,
Correct.
right?
Yep.
Ticketmaster. And again, you can go right to the box office and pick your seats, and it's not a bad seat in the house, even if you're back over the bucket chutes.
Yeah, we
Fun to
really
watch
lay
that.
out great. The venue lays out great for this rodeo, and so people are right on top of the action.
Let's cowboy out.
There you go.
Thank you, Scott
Appreciate
Norsham,
it.
Prescott
Thank
Valley
you.
Event Center. We'll be right back.
There are oceans and rocks, places where fish swim and birds fly, where mountains spring up and trees and grass grow all around. History is made, art is created, things happen that should always be remembered. Heroes emerge. A woman sets people free. A man makes light. A leader steps forward. People get together. They help each other out. They make their own places to run and play and contemplate the universe. There's pride and gratitude and fun. It belongs to everyone. It can be a place, a feeling, a state of mind. So get up, get out there, and find your park.
Hello, welcome back to Community Connections. I'll get that out. Joining me now is my dear friend Debbie Stewart. I've known her since I've gotten here. We've had numerous interviews, but we're talking about the Senior and Caregivers Conference at Expo. Debbie, how long have you guys been doing this?
We've been doing this, my husband and I now, for about 7 years.
Wow, I
And
remember when
we-
you started.
We do it twice a year, once in the fall, once in the spring.
Now, why do you do it twice a year? Do you pick different topics or different focus in each one of the
Well,
expos?
We always have different guest speakers at each one. We have 5 guest speakers throughout the day. And then it just lets people attend one or the other or both if they're new to the community or they were not available during one of them, then they get a chance to come and not only hear the guest speakers, but also visit with about 60 companies that provide products or services and support for seniors and caregivers.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the conference and expo. Friday, October 12th, you're holding it at Liberty Traditional School.
Right.
Great location, great venue. You've been there
Yep.
for a while now. Tell us about what the day looks like.
Well, it goes from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., and there's no reservations needed. People can just come as their schedule allows. And what we suggest that folks do is take a look at the lineup of guest speakers, decide if there is one or two or more that you would like to attend, and then plan your days such that you've got a little bit of time either before and or after that topic to go and visit with the different companies that are there and get information that you might need. So again, it's just come and go as your schedule allows, no RSVPs necessary.
But
And
you
no-
could come, because I'm looking at your program, it's every hour. You can come for the whole day and just stay for each session,
We-
and then in between visit the vendors.
Right, and we have had people who do that. They bring their lunch and they just, park out for the whole day, sit down and pretty much stay there. But most people, there's maybe a couple topics that they would like to hear.
Sure.
If you can't make it, we also audio tape all of the presentations
wow, yes.
and post them on our website so that people can listen to them at their leisure.
Right. Well, okay, I'm going to let you speak and kind of share with us some of the topics that you'll have presenters on. But the one that jumps out at me, and I don't know if anybody else might relate to this, keeping the rust out of your golden years.
I don't know how I would have guessed that might have been when you'd be
It jumped right out at me,
interested in.
tips for avoiding chronic pain, which
Yes.
is good for any of us, but I just love the way that's titled. I think that's so appropriate that I can feel it tightening up. Okay, so tell us about some of the other programs.
Well, starting at 10 a.m., our speaker will be talking about the caregiver emotional roller coaster. That when you're a caregiver, either as an adult child, a spouse, a sibling, for someone who needs assistance in their elderly years, then you'll find your emotions kind of all over the map.
Oh, yes.
And you might have guilt, you might have remorse, just anger, sadness. So Pamela Krager she's a hospice specialist with Kindred Hospice. She'll be kind of explaining how to ride that roller coaster so that you're not, you don't fall off of it at the end. Then at 11 a.m., we'll have Aiming High, 10 steps towards quality living as we age, basically how to maintain a good quality of life as we get older. That will be by Dr. Sam Downing. He works with YRMC Physician Care. At noon, we'll be keeping the rust out of your golden years, tips for avoiding chronic pain with Dr. Wayne Bennett of Bennett Clinic. 1 p.m. is pre-planning, one of the best decisions you'll ever make. That's how to do pre-planning for your end-of-life wishes. With Clint Walker, funeral director and general manager of Heritage Memory Mortuary. And finally, at 2 p.m. is What is Probate? When is it necessary and what has to be done? With Chip McLaughlin, who's an attorney with the law offices of Chester B. McLaughlin.
So you cover a wide range of topics there.
We do.
Right, kind of what's going on in life, what might be heading end of life, and then everything in between.
Right.
So you mentioned vendors and exhibitors, and over 60. Who will be there for that?
There will be all kinds of companies, starting with assisted living facilities, memory care facilities, in-home care providers. There will be obviously attorney, chiropractor and such, end-of-life decluttering, financial, insurance. Basically, what we found and why we started the Senior Connection 7 years ago is that until you find yourself in a situation, either as a senior and or an adult caregiver, adult child caregiver, we tend not to want to think about the inevitable that all of us will face, meaning end-of-life preparations, and we don't want to think that we will have to do the planning. But what we found by personal experience is that when you're in the middle of a crisis, that is not the optimum time to start finding out what your choices are. That it's always best, knowledge is power, it's always best to have the conversations with your family, let them know what you want, get your ducks in a row, and get the plan in place.
Right. And so many times those things happen, we say life can end in a heartbeat or change in a heartbeat. And if you're prepared, either you, if you're the caregiver or the support system, will have those resources available.
Right.
By the same token, also, if it is not, somebody does pass, that happens in that way, you know how to handle what comes after.
Right.
Because I know so many people that have had that happen, that what comes after and where do I do and what do I go to? And I personally went through it with my dad. He didn't pass away, but we were faced with needing hospice care, needed in-home, unfortunately,
Yep.
with the chamber, we have so many relationships built also with you, that it was easy for me to find those resources. I knew where to go, but the average person doesn't know that. So
Right,
that's where
right.
senior care, caregiver, that's where you come in, not only with this program and the conference and expo, but again, just what you do on a regular basis with your
Exactly.
business.
Exactly.
Senior Connection.
So what I suggest is that people come to the expo. Again, it's Friday, October 12th, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Liberty Traditional School here in Prescott Valley. You can go to my website at www.seniorconnection.us, like all of us are in this together, seniorconnection.us. You can check out, there's a flyer from the homepage. You can get to a flyer that has the lineup. I publish a monthly newsletter. We have weekly Speaker Bureau presentations every Thursday from noon to 1, either in Prescott or Prescott Valley. And like I say, knowledge is power, and you never know what's coming down the road. So come
And
to
knowledge
the...
is comfort, too. Knowledge is comfort that you know what you're dealing with and how to handle it, too.
It is. And that you plan ahead, and you've let your family know, you've let your adult children know. Your adult children know what's in place, so they don't have to...
I'm doing that, because I told my son I have rules.
You have rules, yes.
I don't have a plan, I have rules. This is the
Well,
way I want it.
And that's what you need to do, so that they know, they don't have to wonder where to start and what did you want. You
Yeah, I
know,
just don't want to
that's
make
the
any
worst.
mistakes, Not quite sure about that boy. But anyway, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Any charge to attend?
No, it's absolutely free parking, and like I say, you just come at your leisure when your schedule allows. Visit with the companies, thank them for their support of the Senior Connection, get their information, and put it aside for when you might need it.
And Liberty Traditional School is located on Lake Valley Road, between the Glassford Hill Road and Lake Valley Road right there. So thank you all for joining us. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Are your children in the right car seat for their age and size? It may be too late to check when you're on the road. Fortunately, you're on the couch. Don't think you know. Know you know.
And welcome back to Community Connections. My next guest is Sherry Dreves. She is the owner of Prescott Dog Magazine. And if you don't see this around town, stop by the chamber. We have copies, but it's a great book all about dogs and your pets and your furry friends and family and resources. And also, I love the adoptions that are available in there, because I have found no life is complete without a furry friend. Welcome.
Thanks
How
for
are you?
having me
I had to
today,
share
Marnie.
that, but it's really true. She's made a believer out of me after all these years. So we're talking about Dogtoberfest. Don't we have a great way to incorporate events and make them appropriate for our furry friends?
Oh, most definitely, because I couldn't imagine going to the park without my best friend.
Yes.
So we have one day, Sunday, October 7th, that we've set aside from 10 to 3 at Watson Lake Park, that everybody can bring their furry friend and come join like-minded people and hopefully find some homes for some much-loved pets.
Well, not only you have adoptions available too. I love the fact you have vendors. Because there's nothing like shopping for your pets now, And Halloween is coming, and they all need little collars and little sweaters and little, oh, I'm such a sap. Yes, but you do have vendors out there that have a myriad of
Myriad of things.
pet grooming and assorted, not clothes, but, you know,
There
companies for your
actually
pets.
is. There actually is a clothing company that will be there. A couple, actually, human and canine. But there are all types of vendors, from people that service things on your home to automotive dealers to the veterinarians here in town. They all staff up, come out, answer questions, have fun. We have a set of contests, as you well know.
I was going to say, what goes on during the day? I mean, from 10 to 3, boy, that's a lot of hours you're going to fill with
It
good
is.
stuff.
Well, you know, first and foremost, the newest addition to Oktoberfest this year is Bark for a Cure.
I'm sorry, go
Bark for a Cure.
Bark for a Cure,
Yes.
okay.
And it is the American Cancer Society's walk, because they believe, they know that animals are a part of healing. And so this is a way that dogs can bark back against cancer. There'll be a 10:30 and 1:30 walks. You can find the information on PrescottDog.com. As far as our traditional contests go, they start at 10:30, which our first one will be a Rescue Me contest. I love those. Those are my favorite. The story with Rescue Me is a couple years ago at an event, a family saw somebody entered in Best Looking Dog and actually followed Rebel, which is his dog name, back to the rescue, and they adopted him on the spot. From there, we have actual contests where everybody that's involved in the contest is available for adoption. So from that, they will, first, second, and third will receive medals. For our regular public contest, there are trophies and prizes for Best Looking Dog, Best Costume, Best Talent, and Pet Owner Lookalike.
Oh, excellent.
And if I remember,
So many of them look like they're dogs, too.
I know it.
I mean, in a good way.
I know.
You know, they're
They
so-
do.
I know. You
The
just
longer the dog is around, the more that you begin to look like them.
So, canine training classes, you have, you just have everything going on that day. So
Oh,
this
most
is an
definitely.
event you're actually inviting people to come out to and bring their dogs.
Most definitely.
A lot of times they have things and say, well, you come, but leave your pets at home. No, this one, we want that for
Oh,
everyone.
yes, most definitely. We are ready. The one thing that we ask, because of the environment that it's in, and there are so many dogs, make sure your dog's used to going outside and being around. Make sure they walk at the courthouse or they go to the dog park or something, because when they see that many dogs, we don't
Yes.
want them to become overwhelmed.
And they do.
And they do. We have, the rescue dogs have a special spot set aside for them to where they can get out of public view and decompress a little bit.
Right.
Vendors that bring their dogs want to make sure that they're well cared for and they're comfortable during the day, because it is a long day. And the spectators that come, they bring their dogs. Everybody has a good time. We don't have issues with lost dogs, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody is very mindful of what goes on, and we just have a really good time. This is our 12th year, our second year at Watson Lake. The magazine just turned 10 last month.
I know. I love this magazine, though. We had our story about the chamber and the staff, because we all have our. You need to do another one, because I got a new pet. Gloria's got a new one. We got a whole new family going on again, so we've kind of added to our families
Well,
since
and
the
we-
last story.
We will be visiting that again because, as I had mentioned, the whole goal of what we do is to get much loved helpless pets homes.
Yeah.
That's what we do. There's actually 21 rescues that will be there from across the state this year.
Wow.
I had given them the challenge that I would like to see 100 adoptions.
Wow.
Not all of them happen, obviously,
Sure, that
you know,
day.
at that day or at that time, because they have different criteria that they go under.
Right.
But I would like to
Make
to
those
be able
connections.
to announce that 100 dogs were adopted from Oktoberfest
Right.
this year.
Well, then I would say bring your kids, because if you're adopting a dog into the family, it is part of your family. And what I might look at for a dog for myself would be different than somebody with young kids would be looking for in a dog. So bring them along and make them part of the process, and in that picking the perfect family, member.
Most definitely.
Yes.
This is a family-oriented event. And if you have been thinking about adding a member to your home, the best thing that you can do is bring your current dog so they can meet.
Oh, sure, absolutely. That's so
and see
important.
whether or not they get on together, and then the children or anybody else that comes in and out of your house on a regular basis, even if your children are grown.
Right.
It would be wise to have an introduction. But it is
Absolutely.
pretty mandatory, anybody that's high school age or below, that they actually come and be a part of the adoption process.
Oh, absolutely. We agree to that. You just never know. And not everybody likes each other, and that goes with dogs. Isn't that true?
It is very true.
You know, they will not like, fortunately, my Gracie and Bailey like each other.
Well, that's
But
good.
is there any charge to attend?
There is not a charge to attend. There is $5 per parking this year. It is a donation to the Sheriff's Posse.
Oh, nice. Okay, very good.
Because we have grown so large that we require a public service presence.
You need help.
We need
You know,
help.
especially people trying to park, just saying.
Why,
Oh, okay.
yes.
So this is Sunday.
This is Sunday,
October
October
7th. From 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., no charge to attend, about $5 for parking. Obviously
car.
goes to the Sheriff's Posse, which provides search and rescue operations, so, you know, you're donating to a great cause anyway, just while you're trying to park. Again, starts at 9:45 with the invocation and blessing of the pets, a parade of adoptable dogs, and stuff going on all day. Can't speak highly enough of getting out there, and if you're looking for that new family friend, check them out. So Sherry, thank you so
definitely.
much.
Thank you.
Oktoberfest, October 7th. Thank you all for joining us, Community Connections. You have a great week. We'll be back with more here